Hi J Dolls, and I'm back with another video. Before we get into this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and ring that bell. We're on the road to 2,000 subscribers, so don't play with us because we ain't never been one of them, okay? And if you ain't subscribing, it's free 99. Take that with your mama because you a hater. Why she raise you like that? Period. I'm just kidding, y'all. So anyways, y'all. By the way, I am going to be uploading, y'all. This is the schedule. I'm going to be uploading every Monday and every Friday. I am going to try to be uploading way more than that, y'all. I'm really going to be on my grind. I'm going to be on my Zoom. Okay, y'all? So, bear with me, but for sure Mondays and Fridays. So, make sure if you haven't seen me on a Monday, you haven't seen me on a Friday, make sure you come to my YouTube channel to see if I post, because I am going to be posting every Monday and Friday. I am now getting a full schedule, y'all. So, this video is about working a 9 to 5 and still living paycheck to paycheck. Being middle class is still living paycheck to paycheck. Let's talk about it, y'all. And this is gonna be a venting. This is gonna be a venting video, but I feel like a lot of people can freaking relate to this video. But I have been very overwhelmed recently because of inflation. Inflation is kicking my behind. I know it's kicking everybody's behind, down to the rent increases, down to the food increases, down to the freaking car payment increases, down to the freaking, like, everything is increasing but the salary. It ain't adding up, y'all. So a little bit of background on me if you have never been to my channel before or you don't know my background, because I don't really talk about my background all the time, but I mentioned this a couple times, y'all. I have a master's degree in business, y'all, and then I have an undergrad in fashion merchandising and a minor in business. So I pretty much have a master's and a bachelor's, and I am still middle class. There's a couple things, y'all. It's a couple things that it irks me, right? First of all, if you haven't seen my last video, it irks me to work a 9 to 5 at all. So imagine working a 9 to 5 when you hate working a 9 to 5 and you really don't even think it is for human consumption. Where you think that, like, we shouldn't be doing this. Like, let's think on a deeper woke level. I really want the woke people. Like, I hope I really attract the woke people. I hope the woke people will subscribe. And I hope they understand what I'm saying. But if you really just think back, y'all, I have this whole envision when I think back, like, to civilization, like where everything started, even down to before there was like huge grocery stores and huge corporate buildings, like back when they were literally farming and you were growing your own food and you were hunting your own meat and all of that stuff. Like when you literally did not need a job because you can make money just by having a farm. You can own a home. You can own a home on a farm. You didn't have to look a certain way. You didn't have to dress. Like, baby, like, we came from 0 to 1,000,000 real quick. Like, what are we doing on this earth, on this rock? But that's a whole nother story about how we really have been systemized to make this world millions on a dollar that doesn't even mean anything. Like, what are we doing on this rock? Bro, I am so... When I just thought about that, it was so confusing because they made up money. What do we even need money for? Why is money even a thing? Money is not even real. Then, like, all this stuff makes no sense. All we need is shelter, food, and water, right? That's really all we need. You need clothes to be modest, but you don't technically need clothes to survive, right? All we need is water, food. That's what we need to survive. We don't even need shelter, to be honest. We can make shelter. That's a whole nother topic, but long story short, they made up all this stuff. Like, it's all made up. This is weird. This is not real. None of this makes any sense. I don't even get how we got to this point. I don't even, like, I wish somebody could break that down in a textbook. But America don't want us to know that, right? So they made up a system that's fake, and they made up money that's fake so we can make more money, which money shouldn't even be a thing. What the hell? Anyways, y'all, let me get out of that rant. But long story short, I'm in the system, y'all. I tried to quit my job before, and I have quit my job before to really focus on my business, to be an entrepreneur. But I went into it very naive. I didn't really understand business. Like, it was my first business. And I didn't realize that business took a lot of money and it took a lot of time. I learned about that in school. Like, most businesses fail in the first year or two, but I don't know why I felt like I would be the business that wouldn't fail. Like, I don't know why I felt that like I would just overnight have a million orders online. And I think it's because we have a social media aspect of life where it shows people packing all these orders and making $1 million and doing this and doing that. And showing us like this fantasy world. Not saying it's not attainable, it is obtainable, but they don't show you the process it takes for them to get to it. It's like they're not just freaking Bill Gates right away. Like, you gotta understand, Bill Gates had a whole story to get to where he is now, right? And so forth. So we're missing a lot of points in the story on social media, and that's why I'm here to be the real one on social media, and to be real, okay, and authentic, because we need more people out there like that. I started this business thinking, okay, boom, I'm never gonna have to work again. Mind you, at the time I was doing Lyft. You can go listen to that whole story about how I quit my job and stuff like that. And I had a good chunk of money, but money goes fast, right? Especially when you don't have a job. But I know that I have creative abilities. I'm really talented at a lot of things. I know I don't even want a job. I know I hate working. So it eats me alive to even go to a job and sit at a desk and act like a robot. Because that's essentially what we're doing, is like robotic work. And be paid and go home and just realize most of my day was wasted. I don't have time to create my videos. I didn't have time to do shorts. I have time. I gotta make time. That's how y'all see these videos. But it's just, it drains me. Like, even like energetically coming to make this video, I felt so drained. And then I feel like my work that I'm doing, to be a robot and to be emotionally unstable, because at this point at this job, I feel emotionally unstable. To the point, a lot of people feel like this, like if you start getting anxious at work, you start feeling angry that you're working there, you start energetically feeling weird. Honestly, at my job, I'm not going to tell you where I work, but I have a corporate job, and a lot of things are happening at this job. Like, I feel like this job is falling apart, literally. Like, I feel like this job, something with this job is going to happen, and I don't want to say, but I feel like financially something with this company is about to go bad, because there's like a lot of stuff that's been happening. Like, our system's been going down randomly, like for long periods of time. Our elevators stopped working. People are starting to get demoted, like, they've been there for a long time. A lot of people have been laid off that's been there for a long time. It's been a lot of weird stuff, unorganization, like shifts in the organization. Like, it's just weird. It is getting weird. Down to the people there are freaking weird. Like, energetically, there's a lot of jealous people there. There's a lot of weird people there. Like, a lot of monitoring spirits or whatever. Anyways, y'all, it is a weird space. It's a weird place, and I feel weird when I'm there. And I'm an empath, so I pick up on energy. I pick up on emotion. I pick up on a lot of things. And when I do my job at home, I feel fine. When I go into the office, I feel like, no, something's not right? But anyhow, I'm doing this work. I'm doing all this stuff, and I am being paid. I am being paid a wage that is not, it's livable. Because there's so many people that make less money than me and they're able to live. And I know a lot of people say, and I said this in other videos, a lot of people like will probably tell you like, okay, well, lower your lifestyle. You don't have to have a luxury apartment. Go get like a basic apartment with roaches and rats. And then I will say, like, that's not within my standards. And people will be like, well, you can save money and you complain about this and this. First of all, there's a couple things, right? I personally feel, I'm not saying to like live super above your means, but I feel like people that live under their means are surface level thinkers, and that's okay. Like, we do need people in the world that are surface level thinkers, but people that actually live within their means or live to accomplish more than their means, they actually always strive for more, and they actually become more successful. Whereas people that's always worried about not having enough money, or like having things that are, how do I explain this, or having things, right, that are not up to their standards or below their standards, they tend to settle a lot in life. Like, they're going to settle in the car that they want. They're going to settle in the house that they want because they want to save money, or they have a scarcity mindset, which means they're going to settle in life in general. Typically, these type of people that settle, maybe they do have a lot of savings, and maybe they are like really like penny pinching and being cheap, right? But they don't utilize their money. Like, these are the same people that be nervous to go on trips because they feel like they can't afford it. These are the same people that be nervous to buy stuff because they feel like they don't deserve it, or they can't afford it. And then these are the same people that get comfortable in their positions where they are fine not being promoted. They are fine not making more money. They are fine being in the same job for 10 years because they feel like that's what they deserve. I think a reflection of what you have and what you strive for is what you feel you deserve. So if you always feel like, no, you can't afford this, no, you don't have this, no, you can't have this, no, you need to live in the hood, no, you need to drive a 2001, no, you should like wear old clothes, then you keep that mindset of feeling like you don't deserve more. That's just how I feel. Not saying it's the right way to live above your means, or to have nice things either. You have to have a balance to be understanding of, like, I want to always have something where I feel like I need to work harder for it, right? For me personally, like, I have a nice car. Like, I have an electric car. My payment every month is pretty high. It ain't BMW high and it ain't Mercedes high, but it's high, okay? Right? But when I got this car, which I think it was about the payment was probably $230 more than my last car payment, right? When I got this car, at first I was like, can I even afford this payment? Like, I knew I could afford it, honestly, because I was like, I wouldn't pay more than this cap. I had a cap. But I was like, should I be doing this, or should I just go get the same amount of car payment as my last car, right? And most people are like, I'll be smart, go get the lower car payment. But let's also break down that when it comes to the economy, y'all, when I had got my last car, that was 3 years ago. That was literally, well, yeah, 4 years ago now, because I've had this new car for a while. That was 4 years ago. Back then, having a car payment that price was idea. That's 4 years ago. This new economy, a car payment is going to run you about $400 to $500, okay? That is normal. No matter what car you get. You probably try to go get a loan for an older car, and your car payment is still going to be close to $400. So I had to look at what is the economy right now. Let me get the car that I actually like. Let me get the car that I actually love and just work harder. I didn't really have to work harder because my salary does cover my car payment, right? It covers my rent, it covers my car payment, it covers my bills, let's be honest. But I always feel like I have to have a side hustle, which is my businesses, where I do pop-up shops, or where I do events, or where I end up getting like these collaborations or something where I get this extra money, and that's the money that I can live on. Like, I can go get my hair done, or I can go get my nails done, or I can go vacation. Like, that is that money. Like, my job does not cover my extra expenses. It only covers my bills, and has a cushion of money left over, but it's not livable. If you go on Facebook, these salaries are not livable, y'all. If you go on Facebook and you go do those little budget videos, y'all ever see them budget videos on your Facebook where people are literally budgeting their paychecks, and they be having like negative, how many hundreds, negative $300 for the rest of the pay period? Like, this is not a joke. And these are people that's making middle class salaries. And why are they negative? Because they go and use their credit card for their extras. Like, they barely have enough money to pay the rent, the car note, the student loans, which are a scam. Can we talk about having 2 degrees, paying student loans? I really broke this down to one of my coworkers, that some people that are making $25 an hour, like working a basic warehouse job, they're probably better off than people that went to go get degrees in their middle class, because they don't have to pay that much money in student loans. They can just take their check home and don't have to pay student loans. they can literally take their check home and have less taxes taken out of it. When you really thoroughly think about the system and how corrupt it is, and how you literally go to college. Can we talk? You literally go to college to then pay the government for the rest of your life, to then also pay taxes out of your paycheck at a higher rate the more money you make. So essentially, who's really making the money out here? Let's just be honest, because if you just had a $25 an hour job, which now, since the economy is getting worse, they're paying more for these jobs, right? For a regular job. Back in the day, when we first went to college at my age, because y'all, I am 28. When we first went to college, when you first get a regular job, it would probably be like $10 an hour, $15 an hour. Like back then, $15, $17 an hour was a good job. Like, bro, that's what you were able to get without a degree. Now you could go get a job for dang near almost $30 an hour without a degree. Like, let's be for real. You can go drive Lyft for almost $30 an hour without a degree. This economy is shifting in a way where it's like, is these college degrees worth it? Like, this is turning into a whole conversation of like, we're literally living paycheck to paycheck, working these 9 to 5s. We are literally killing our minds and our bodies to barely survive. We're in survival mode. And we're paid well. We are in survival mode and we're paid well. And I know what y'all gonna say. Just get a better job. And I am in the process. I mean, I'm going through a mental state of like, I don't know. There's some things I want to clear up in the next couple weeks to see how these things are going to work. I'm not putting it into the universe until I have it. But how these things going to work for me to even understand, do I even want a job at all? Is this job a scam? Should I just be making my own money? Because if I have to be thinking like, okay, well, I get paid. I just got paid and I get paid in one more week. I pay rent and now, okay, the next paycheck, I got to pay this and pay that. Like, if I have to think like this every single paycheck, I might as well work for myself. I might as well go. I feel like a hustler. Like, I feel like I just got paid. Okay, 2 weeks I got to pay this. That's going to leave me with this. Like, having to budget on that type of mindset when you have a master's degree, you work at a corporation that's making trillions of dollars. And that really also taught me like, hey, I have to believe in myself too. Like, I have to believe in myself and have standards. Like, I have all of these talents. I'm very good at what I do. Even when I got this new corporate job, I had never done this type of corporate work before. I've learned very quick. I caught on very quick. I am essentially in my position of floater, so I'm able to do so many different jobs. I've learned so many different jobs, and I've been here for almost a year. In about a month, it'll be a year. That's crazy. This year went by so fast. And to mind you, when I first started this job, it started easy. So I said, okay, this ain't nothing. I need a 9 to 5 while I work a regular job, while I start my business, while I'm doing my YouTube and stuff like that. Now I'm like, this is mentally draining me to the aspect of when it's time for me to do my content, when it's time for me to run my business, I don't have enough time. I don't have enough capacity in my brain because this place is draining me. And now I gotta stay a little bit later. And this is just the beginning. When it gets busy season, what are they gonna have me doing? Like, I'm salaried. They're gonna take advantage of me. So, y'all, this place is corrupt. It's at the point to like, okay, now I have this master's degree. Let me go apply for a different job, which I will apply for different jobs, y'all, because I'm moving to Texas, y'all. I'm going to make a whole nother video about that. I'm moving to Texas. I've already been approved. I have my apartment. I have everything. I don't even got a job, y'all. Like, well, that's going to be a whole nother video. I don't even have a job. And a part of my body doesn't even want to get a job. A part of my body is saying, I don't need a job. A part of my body is saying, I don't need a job because these jobs are not worth it. They're stealing, they're scamming us. A part of me was like, honestly, if I was disciplined, I could just go drive Lyft. If I really wanted to, y'all, I could go drive Lyft. I would not get taxes taken out of my paycheck. I hope this has been focused the whole time, y'all. I will not get taxes taken out of my paycheck. And yes, you do gotta pay taxes at the end. But yes, you literally can count your car as an asset that depreciates, which gives you money. I honestly got more taxes back when I did Lyft than I did with my job. All right, so let's clear that up. And I can also get free health insurance instead of paying for health insurance. So I do think, like, okay, but I also got to remember, like, back then I always felt like, okay, well, I didn't know exactly how much I was going to make. And I always felt like, I don't know, anxious about it. Now I don't pay for gas, so that's a whole nother thing. So I keep going back and forth, like, with this mindset of, like, I'm being at a job that controls me because I can't control myself. Like, I can't discipline myself. And I've told myself, if I'm going to stay at a job, right, knowing that I'm supposed to be a creator, knowing I'm supposed to be a YouTuber, knowing I'm supposed to be a businesswoman, knowing I'm supposed to be a healer, knowing I'm supposed to be a holistic health coach. Mind you, if you want to book with me, go to imperfectlyfit.org. It's listed in the description box. Y'all, I do healing readings, and I also am a certified weight loss coach, so I can teach you how to lose weight. And there's free weight loss consultation calls right now. Eventually, I probably will get rid of them, so make sure you get it while you can. So anyways, y'all, I know what I can do. I know what I'm capable of. But I also try to be practical because I've been down this route before, and I'll make a whole nother video about that. But it is frustrating being in an economy where you're living paycheck to paycheck and you make a decent salary and you have degrees. So what am I supposed to be doing? At this point, am I supposed to be selling rugs? Y'all know what I mean. I took that from TikTok because I don't want to get my video demonetized. So it's like, what am I supposed to be doing out here? Because I can see now why people do illegal stuff. I can see why people do illegal things because this makes no sense. This system makes no sense. But with all that being said, what are my plans? Y'all, I'm going to probably look for a new job. I'm going to look for a new job. I'm going to stop saying probably because I really don't want to. I don't really feel like I'm going to have to, but I hope not. Y'all, can y'all team together to make sure I don't have to go apply for another job? Like, please watch my videos. Please like them. Please comment or something. Like, help your girl out because I am stressed. Okay? But anyways, y'all, I do want to be grateful, and I do have to take time to be grateful and have gratitude that, y'all, I do have a corporate job. There's some people that literally don't have food to eat. You know, we got to be real with ourselves. We have very worldly problems, right? I have a corporate job, which at least I can pay my bills, right? For the most part. Sometimes they might get paid late, but I can pay my bills, right? I have an apartment. I have a place to stay, y'all, and I live by myself. I don't have somebody else helping me pay my bills, right? I have a car, right, that gets me places. I have food. I never lack of food. I never have to go hungry. I never have to go starving. I never have to not have water and yeah, I don't drink anything else. I don't have to go without water, right? There are literally people in countries that cannot eat, cannot drink. And that's why I say a lot of our things are worldly problems. A lot of this is fake. Everything in the system is fake. And it's hard being so real in a fake place. This is all made up. But I do know I have to serve my purpose. And I do know, I feel like God he's trying to like level me out. He's trying to teach me like, hey, maybe you don't have to quit your job. Like, maybe you need to be rational or make better decisions if you quit your job. And then he's also trying to push me to be like, also have faith. Have faith in the process. I don't have to be irrational, but I do have to have faith. It's hard for me to balance those things because I be feeling like God don't want me to work this job because I feel like he don't. But I think God also wants me to believe in the process and like follow the process and take the time. And so I'm trying to move a little bit different than I have in the past so I don't have the same results. But 9 to 5 is killing me because I already feel like, why am I struggling with a job? Why am I even at a job in the first place when I know I'm a free being, when I know I'm a creative being? And then on top of that, I'm struggling with a job. I'm struggling with a job. And mind you, it's my own problems, okay, y'all? I like I said, I understand that I have more than others, right? But I do also understand I strive to have more. Like, I strive to have more, and that's not in a greedy sense. Because when I can, not only when I can, even when I can't, I give back. Okay? Even when I can't, I give people money. I do certain things. I help people even through healing for free. There's a lot of things I do selflessly, right? But I do know I am worthy. And I am worthy of more. I am capable of more. And I am not ashamed that I want more. I am not ashamed that I want more out of life. I'm not ashamed that I want to live in my purpose. I'm not ashamed that I don't want to have to ever worry about money. I'm not ashamed that I want financial freedom. I'm not ashamed. I don't feel guilty because I know I am worthy. And I'm just gonna leave it on that. I hope this video helped anybody. I just hope I have like the deep inner thinkers. Just understanding none of this stuff is real. To be honest, everything is fake. Everything is fake. We have to stop stressing ourselves out. And this is a message to myself. Like, we gotta stop stressing ourselves out because this is all fake. What I will say is I really do wish we had some more like Malcolm X's in this generation. Some more Martin Luther Kings, some more revolutionary life changers, like some more movement. Because we're in a generation where we're really conformed to the system. We do have a lot of Gen Zs that are like literally leaving their job and quitting their jobs and like going on to like see what life is about. But we don't have a community where we all come together like, hey, let's all fight against this, right? Let's actually all fight against capitalism. Do y'all understand how strong we are as a society? That if we all, this has been on the internet, but I've been saying this, if we all quit our jobs at the same time so we were not participating in this system, it wouldn't even exist. Do you understand this? And this is the thing, this is why people don't understand deep thinkers. Like what I would say is, even using Kanye West as an example, y'all, I don't support Kanye West. And I understand that he got a lot of mental things going on, but then you also have to understand there's people that have mental things going on, and there's people that are on rugs, you know, that actually can see things that we can't see, that can understand things that we can't understand. And sometimes that actually makes their brain overstimulated. But let's just be honest, when he said like slavery was a choice, we know that we had power taken over us. We do know that. We do know that. But we do know as a collective we had came together to fight against it. That's how we broke that system, right? That's how we got out of slavery. We all came together and we started bringing also the people that are non-black together to also help us, right, to get out of that system. So we're stronger than we think. And even just as a civilization, outside of just black people, but everybody, if we actually came together to stop this capitalism system, we could do it. Just like when we had those riots, just like when we had those things where it's like, okay, you're not listening to us, lock this person up, do this. Didn't they do it? Because their whole world was on fire. We are scared of our own power. We are too systematically robotic to come together to make a change. So some of us got to do it one by one, and hopefully the whole world wakes up eventually. But y'all, that's all I'm going to say because my camera's overheating. But working a 9 to 5 is terrible for mental health. It's terrible for everything. It's a systematic thing that's fake. And we're fighting for our life out here in this economy. And nobody cares because the government keeps reaping the benefits. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.